I want to give a big warm thank you to CVS and their new line of acne skincare products for sponsoring this video. Sponsors like them allow me to keep making videos on this channel and make it so I can give 100% toward every single video I upload. Enjoy. Let me tell you a story. I had a pretty deceptively complicated realization the other day while at the gym. For the last 3 years, I've lived in Los Angeles, a city dedicated to image and external validation, where seemingly everyone is famous or beautiful, or at least cares about being famous or beautiful. You see all these people with toned bodies working really hard to get these toned bodies and posting lots of photos of themselves, but a lot of them are really sad. I think not just here, but in most of the Western world, the prevailing ideology is A, I am broken or not complete, so B, if I just own this, or look like that, or achieve these, then I'll be good enough because it will C, make other people think I'm great, or cool, or hot, or fun, etc. This means that most of our interpersonal progress as a society over the last 150 years, give or take, is rooted in combating self-hatred and believing that the self isn't enough. Which, I gotta say, is effective but not super conducive to overall well-being. I'm sitting at my stationary bike trying to get in shape so that when I take off my shirt no one will think that I'm ugly. But I can't help but wonder, is that really the best reason for me to be getting into shape? So other people look at me and say, wow, that's a sexy person? And as I pedaled harder on my metaphorical and literal stationary bike that takes me nowhere, it dawned on me. I am looking to make physical and emotional change out of self-hatred, not self-love. And this stretches beyond my body or self-image, career, confidence. This is a person being built out of desperation and not care, which A, can't be sustained, and B, over the last 3 years has turned me into a neurotic mess. So I asked myself, what would change in the way that I treated myself if I stopped looking for betterment in A, external factors, and B, because of self-hatred? What if, just bear with me, I came out of the box already good enough, batteries included. So over the last 2 months, I've been testing out this hypothesis with the only rule of asking myself, am I doing this for other people, or am I doing it for myself? And here's what I've started doing. Eating well has so many more benefits besides weight loss. Not to say that there's anything wrong with striving for a fit body, but for the purpose of this video and trying to shift my perspective, my goal has been to feel better, and have fitness come as a result rather than vice versa. The gym exists because there are very few opportunities to be active in Western culture, and I personally hate going to the gym. I just think it's boring. Instead, I started doing activities that I actually enjoyed that also got me active. So I started rock climbing, doing yoga, and hiking in place of the gym. And because I enjoy doing these things and I like getting better at these things, my motivation for exercise isn't about being cute. It's about getting better at these things that I actually have a fun time doing. You literally kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You get to have fun and you also feel really good. And to be honest, after doing all these things that I really enjoy doing, instead of just doing a whole bunch of repetitive motions at the gym, I'm in way better shape than I ever was when I was going to the gym because I'm actually consistent with doing these things. And aesthetic fitness has become a byproduct of doing the things that I like doing rather than the motivation for doing it. This is pretty self-explanatory, but when I'm in a dark place, taking care of my hygiene is such a huge morale booster. When I go into my little depressive holes, I stop taking care of myself and I stop drinking enough water and I stop exercising and I stop, being good to my body, and I start breaking out and I get really gnarly adult acne. And as a side note, there's a million reasons why you'll get acne. I get acne from stress and, poor diet and exercise, but, you could get acne just because of your hormones, and there's no shame in getting acne. So a couple times a week, I use an acne face wash. I've been using CVS's Skin Plus Pharmacy Acne Wash, and I've been really enjoying it. It's super affordable, dermatologist tested, and honestly really convenient to pick up. Lately I've been grabbing it every time I go to get new toothpaste, and it's at every CVS ever, and it's super easy to get. So if you have acne, I super recommend it. Ever since I got off of Accutane, my skin responds super well to low doses of salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. I use 2, so a few times a week I use this CVS Daily Clarifying Cleanser, and it works really well in clearing out my skin. And whenever I get random zits, I use their spot treatment. It's pretty simple. My rules for sleep are 1, early, and 2, at the same time, every day. I started with sleep because that's where I sabotage myself the hardest. I can't do anything on a poor night's sleep, and I'm terrible at falling asleep and waking up. And allowing that habit to continue is literally self-sabotage. I want to be well rested so I can do everything that I want to do in my day and also enjoy it. Not so I can work harder, but so it is a fun experience to be alive. So for the last 2 months, 1, get into bed every night at the exact same time. 2, drink some kind of nighttime sleepy tea every single night at the same time. 3, take a 0.5 milligram of melatonin every night. You guessed it, at the same time. 4, this might sound crazy, but I set an alarm to wake up at the exact same time every morning, even if I don't have anything to do in that morning, including weekends. And 5, turn off all electronics at the same time. This creates a habit that, if repeated enough, tells your brain that it's time to go to bed at this exact time. And if I still can't sleep, instead of pulling out my phone and going to Twitter or Instagram or some kind of app, I pull out a book. These may seem very simple, but repeated over and over again, they make a huge difference. But I find that the most exciting thing to me, rather than like looking in the mirror, has been noticing the overall feeling of well-being that I get from doing all these things in tandem with each other. It's pretty insane what changing just these like 4 very small, like seemingly simple things has done for me. And this all comes from the idea of shifting my focus from self-improvement to self-maintenance and care. I think that the trap of most self-improvement is that you are looking to fix something when there isn't necessarily a thing to fix. You're always gonna have your body, and it's always going to need to be maintained. That doesn't mean that it's broken. The big thing that I've been really trying to push with myself here has been imagining if my body was a car. You don't take care of your car because you hate it. You take care of it because you want it to run as well as it possibly can. And if it functions, then it's gonna be more fun to use. You can't go out and have fun with your friends or go pick people up or go on road trips if your car isn't functioning well. The idea is, don't punish your car, take care of it. This has become a pretty big consciousness shift for me, but maybe this is already second nature to a lot of you guys. I'd love to hear, your comments or ideas or concerns, or, if you disagree with me, leave a comment letting me know, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.